What's up, YouTube? So thank you all so much for tuning in. Today I thought I'll dive into a topic, as you can tell by the title, that's been on my mind for quite some time, and that is, does high-end mean style? And also, if I had to criticize myself, why do I tend to deviate towards high-end clothing from time to time? Now, obviously this is my personal opinion, guys. If you guys have anything you want to share, just feel free to drop a comment below and let's have a discussion and see where this goes. So what I'm gonna do is have about 4 or 5 segments. I'm gonna explain each one of them, and then at the end of the video, I'm just gonna give you guys my honest opinion on high-end for style, if I agree with it, if I disagree with it, and yeah, we'll take it from there. One, quality over quantity. So obviously this doesn't imply that any high-priced item that you buy will automatically qualify as a high-quality garment or something that would last longer. It's not always the case. Just because you're spending a little bit more money doesn't necessarily mean that the item that you're buying is going to be high quality and will just automatically last longer. But what I tend to notice with me personally is that with the fast fashion retailers, what I tend to do is buy on a weekly basis, where I'll find myself having a lot of things in my wardrobe and not really wearing them as often as I should, or even when I wear them, I would sort of just not take good care of them because I assume that they were bought at a decent price. So therefore I can sort of allow myself to wear them whenever and just treat them however I want to treat them, which wasn't a good thing. So what I actually started doing was just saving up a little bit more money and investing into my wardrobe. I'm very passionate about menswear, and my objective is to sort of have a small wardrobe with every piece that I can look at and feel like I can wear at any time, at any given point, and I'm very satisfied with what I have in my wardrobe. So that's why I feel like with the quality over quantity, it sort of allows you to save up a little bit more money and actually buy things that are worth having into your wardrobe and that you can see yourself wearing for a long period of time. Alright, so this brings me to my second point, and that's durability. So durability for me came into my mind because I would love to have garments that I can look down the line and be like, okay, I've had this for 5, 6, 10 years and it's still something that I wear to this day. So that means I may go a month or 2 without wearing it, but every now and then I will sort of remember that I have it, and every time I put it out on my wardrobe, the quality is still good, it's worn out pretty well. I feel like for me, durability is sort of like, you can really learn to appreciate something the longer you have it in your wardrobe. I think you form a sort of attachment to it, and you're just glad to have it and to have it for such a long period of time. And that's what clothing is all about for me, and that's what durability is about for me. Alright, so on our next point we have proportion and fit. So I'll say this is something that really took me a while to adjust to and to understand and to figure out, because you know, with trial and error when it comes to clothing, you really don't know what works for you for a while. You're just sort of, you know, you like something, you decide, hey, I like it, I'm gonna wear it, and then eventually maybe you see something on someone else, you're like, hey, I wonder if this would work for me. So you kind of just go with the flow. But then what I started noticing for me is, once I kind of started understanding my body type, what looked good with me, what didn't, then I can be inspired by someone but also know that, hey, you know, this may not necessarily work for me, you know. So I just remember back then, if you know, when I used to shop a lot, whether it was like, you know, through fast fashion retailers and things like that, I would just, you know, go in there, pick a skinny jean and just put it on, and like a lot of the times I'll notice that, you know, maybe on my waist it's a little bit loose and it's super tight in my thighs, and I would just still buy it. But now I'm sort of a little bit more calculated, so I can like literally try something on, and like in a split second I'll know, like, hey, you know what, the proportion don't work well for me, the fit doesn't really work well for me, and I'm actually able to detach myself and just not buying because it looks good or because it looks, you know, I like the color or something. It's just all about having a certain amount of items in your wardrobe that fit really well, that work with your body type, and that you can wear on a continuous basis, I guess. Which actually brings me to my last point. and this is versatility. So versatility for me, the way I would define it is sort of having those go-to garments, whether it's a pair of pants, a couple t-shirts, some shirts that you always feel like can work with almost anything in your wardrobe. And I think that's super important for those days where, you know, you maybe don't want to think too much of what you're wearing, you just want to throw something on and get out of the house. So yeah, so versatility is something that I really look into when I'm shopping. Of course, at the same time, I want to have certain pieces. I want to have certain things that I buy knowing that, hey, I'm not gonna wear this often, but it's just a great piece. It's just one of those things that I'm gonna put on and I don't have to do anything else. Like I can just wear a pair of black jeans, a t-shirt, and just put on like this crazy jacket that I got like 5 years ago that I haven't seen anywhere else. You know, those are the specific pieces. Now with versatility, it's maybe that pair of jeans that match it with, or that pair of shoe that I've had for a while that just works with everything in my wardrobe. So yeah, so versatility is also something important that should be incorporated in your wardrobe. And yeah, so that's it. And this brings me to my last question, which is, does high-end mean style, or is high-end style? Or yeah, however I want to phrase this, I don't even know how. And I think it's a great way to sort of invest into your wardrobe. Like I would always say that it's a great way to shop less, save a little bit more money, and just buy certain things that you can see yourself wearing for a long period of time. So, but that doesn't actually mean anything. I think at the end of the day, you have to have a sense of style, and you have to have some guidance in what you enjoy, how you like to style your items, and that's going to bring out the best of you. That's going to show authenticity. That's going to show that you know what you're doing and that you're just all around a stylish person. So I think with looking through like social media platforms and the way everything is sort of being set up right now, to a certain extent, you know, a lot of people in sort of like our age group, I'm talking teens and, you know, 20s to mid 20s, you know, everyone is really like into high-end. They're really incorporating the Raf Simons parachute, the Balenciagas, and it's all great, it's fun. But I think for me, what really gets me going is seeing certain people that may be doing it differently, you know, that are pairing, you know, matching high-end with like, you know, vintage with fast fashion, and just making it look well put together and making it look like they know what they're doing. So I think that that's what should be the important point. The important point shouldn't be to have just high-end clothing or just to be into high-end clothing, but it's to understand that sense of style speaks louder than just the price of the garment you're wearing, basically. So yeah, so that's my take, man. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Yeah, share your thoughts with me. Let's have a discussion. And I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, peace out.